Hey guys, here today for my Facebook Live to talk about core values. Talk about our core values and for our organization, and then just kind of how to why they're important and how to pick them for yourself. So we'll give a couple more minutes before we get going for people to join, and then we'll get going. Hopefully. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I'm here in Oxford. We're doing some work on the building here. Excited to for all the guys to get back in here and see what we've done and what we've been working on. Excited about the look like the situation is getting better slowly but surely. So things are looking up on our front. Hopefully we'll be done with all this pretty soon. But I appreciate you guys who have been watching and tuning in and taking part in our challenges, and just watching and commenting on our videos, and just giving us some support. We really appreciate it. We're trying our best to help you guys out and keep everybody connected and try to add value as we're closed. And but we'll hopefully be past all this soon. So we'll give everybody about a minute or so. It looks like we don't have anybody watching, so I'm talking to myself, but that's okay. Once you get in here, let me know when you're in and give me a shout out and say hey, and love to see who's watching, because it usually doesn't tell me who's watching. So let me know in the comments if you're tuning in, if you're excited to hear about some core values. So I'll go ahead and get started. As people join in, they can tune in and see what's going on. But what we're talking about today, guys, is core values, and this is really big for me because this has been something that's kind of changed our organization and our gyms as a whole. When we decided to start doing this, basically what core values are is you figure out what you want to stand for as a person and what you want to stand for as an organization if you are a part of one. And so that's kind of what we did. Is we sat down as a leadership team and said, what do we want to stand for? And then we make decisions based off that. So we determined that we wanted, as coaches and as people, to be humble and hungry. And basically, we try to filter everything through that lens. So our employee yearly reviews are done based off of those two categories, and then also a third is basically keep us smart for schools. And so everything, from hiring to firing to quarterly and yearly reviews, to what we try to embody day in and day out. These are the core values we try to do. We picked those because we thought those are the embodiment of what we wanted to stand for as an organization. We want to drastically improve the quality of life of people, of our members, and people that they come in contact with. And we want to do that through our class and through our program by making them fitter, healthier, having more tools, but also through social media, through podcasts, through articles, website, everything. We want to try to constantly add value to each of them and help them improve, and try to give them tips and all kinds of tools that they can use to improve their quality of life. Because as we know, we are in, if not the last state, one of the last states as far as healthiness goes. We have full of obesity, chronic illness, and you can see that very drastically with what's going on right now. We're in an area where people are a lot more susceptible to this virus because they are so unhealthy. And so we want to make a change in that. We have 3 locations throughout the state. We hope to eventually add a lot more, and we want to improve and help as many people as we can. And so in order to do that, we have to stand for something, and we had to determine what we wanted to stand for and what we wanted to embody. And so humble is first. We are constantly trying to improve. What that means is that we are not settling and say, oh, this is good enough. We are always saying that what we're doing is good, but we want to be better, and we're always willing to learn. So we're willing to take feedback. We will send out surveys and ask how we're doing. We'll talk to people and ask how we're doing. What can we do to make things better? Willing to have the hard conversations about that type of stuff, because we know eventually, ultimately it's going to make us better. And so we are willing to receive feedback. We understand that it's not personal if somebody says we're doing something wrong. We just say okay, and we try to fix it. We also are not trying to constantly build ourselves up by tearing other people down. That's not something that we stand for. We're not going to try to talk bad about other places or people. We want to just try to make ourselves better and be an example in that way. And so that's the first core value, is humble. And then hungry is the second, which is constantly improving, constantly trying to get better, never settling, taking advantage. Like, for example, this situation now, we're trying to take advantage of it by making our facilities better, trying to do what we can, always trying to improve our product and our quality of coaching and our communication and our facilities and everything. We always want to make everything improve, because we don't ever want to settle for what we have. And so we're constantly hungry. We know that things will never be perfect, and we'll never get to the place that we want to be as an organization, but we'll constantly keep working and pushing and trying to be better. And so that means not viewing this as extended vacation. This means trying to use this time as the best of our ability. So all of our decisions are made, looking through those lenses. If we want to stand for these things as an organization, then we need to make these decisions. Once we clarify those core values, it made decisions a lot easier, because you can look through it in this lens. Well, does this fit our core values? No. Well, then we don't need to do it. Same thing if we're bringing somebody on. We can just look at these criteria. Are they humble? Are they hungry? Do they have good people skills? If they are outstanding in all three, then yeah, we'd love to have them on our team. Or likewise, maybe they're really good at two and they don't have a third, then they're probably not a good fit. And so, I've been really extremely happy with the people that we brought on our team in the past year. And it's because we know what we're looking for now. We can break it down simple and go from there. So, that's for our gym and our organization, but I think it's very important for people in general to have core values and to determine what you stand for as a person, and then try to embody that each and every day. That can look like, what core values I want to stand for when I come to the gym. Maybe it's hard work, and maybe it's gritty, maybe it's positive, maybe it's uplifting, supportive, growth mindset, all that type of stuff. Maybe those are what you want to embody as a person and as an athlete in the gym. And so then you can start thinking back when you leave the gym, did I embody those characteristics today at the gym? Did I embody them with my effort, with my interactions with people, with how I conducted myself? And then if you don't, then you can always try to get better. Now, obviously, we're not perfect. We're not ever going to fully live up to what we want from ourselves or what we expect from ourselves, because we're human, but we can constantly work and try to get better. Benjamin Franklin, he determined 13 virtues that he wanted to stand for, and he wrote them all down, and then each day, at the end of the day, he would grade himself on each. He would put a check mark if he embodied that virtue. He did that every single day for years, and he is one of the most successful and most famous people in history, and it's because he constantly was working to try to embody the virtues that he set for himself. And so I think that's a great exercise for all of us to first determine, what do I want to stand for as a person? What core values do I want to stand for? And then constantly be checking yourself and saying, am I doing what I say I want to do? Am I living up to what I expect for myself? And if not, then you can correct and improve. But it's just a great tool to be able to constantly evaluate yourself. One great thing to do is every year, at the end of the year, to have a yearly review and review how your year went, what things went well, what things didn't, what do I want to do for the next year, how can I improve, all that type of stuff. You can review every quarter. We try to do quarterly reviews and planning for the next quarter as a team. So we'll meet off-site and go over how the last quarter went, how we went, did we achieve our objectives, and then we'll get a plan for the next quarter and then circle back. Every 3 months is a good time frame to be able to get good solid stuff done. But be checking in with yourself, monthly, weekly, daily even, determining, are you living up to what you want to do? This is something that I've been doing recently personally, especially with how busy this past year or so of my life has been with work and traveling and all that type of stuff. And it's easy to get caught up in the hectic day-to-day life and then get away from the characteristics and values that you want to embody. And this has been a good time for me to reflect and say, hey, maybe I've kind of started slacking in this area of my life. I want to improve and get back on track here. And so that's something that I've done. I've started trying to get my daily routine again, which I hadn't been doing. My morning routine, I'm trying to implement that every day. I'm trying to get up early at the same time every day. I'm trying to be more proactive in certain areas and get things done. And so this has been a good kind of reset button for me. And so this can be a really good time for you as we're winding down out of this quarantine. Maybe it's a good time for you to sit down and reflect on yourself and who you are and what you want to do. That's a hard thought process to have. It's really hard to sit with your thoughts by yourself and think, but it's something that can be extraordinarily beneficial to your life. And so that's what I would challenge you, before things get back to normal. Make some time, go for a walk, 30 minutes, hour, sit outside on your back porch. The weather's been beautiful, so this has been a great time to do that. And just start thinking about, what core values do you want to stand for? And then just start periodically checking in with yourself. Another great thing you can do is to tell one or two people. I wouldn't recommend going and telling the world. I wouldn't recommend posting it on social media, but tell one or two people that you're really close with. Say, hey, I really want to start trying to embody these values. And would you check in with me if and ask how that's going, or if you see me doing something contrary to this, would you call me out on it? So accountability can be great. Us as coaches, that's something you can tell us. Maybe if it's gym related, you can say, hey, I really want to start being more consistent in the gym when it starts back up. I really want to start coming 5 days a week. Would you call me out if I'm not? And then we can start, we track attendance every day, so we can tell if you've been coming or not. And then if you start slacking off, say, hey, remember this conversation we had where you said you wanted to come 5 days a week, and the last month you've only averaged 3. Do you still have that goal of wanting to be consistent in the gym, of wanting to make this progress, or are other things more important now? And if they still have that goal, then say, hey, let's get back on track. This is just a great way to check and reset. The beautiful thing about life, or one of the beautiful things about life, is that we can always, there's always a new day. The sun always rises. We can always start fresh. No matter how many times we screw up, we can always start fresh again and start over and try again. So I hope this resonated with some of you guys, and maybe it makes you think a little bit, because it can, if you start to really develop your own core values, or as a team, as an organization, whatever, and start to implement them in your life, it can be a game changer. I'm telling you, since we've done that, our gym has grown tremendously, and we've made a lot of other changes, but everything we've done has been filtered through that lens. And I firmly believe that by choosing what we wanted to stand for, it allowed us to lay the groundwork to be able to grow and add value to more and more people. So thanks guys for watching. This will sit on Facebook going forward. If you got any questions or comments, please let me know. Be on the lookout. I'll be sending an email out to everybody tomorrow about our plans going forward, as we're hopefully coming out of quarantine here in May. So guys, be on the lookout for that, and hopefully we'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Thanks.